So I think this literally might be my new favorite setup for Rafa. I can't even express enough how much I love this. It gives me all the feelings of like a one-shot build, everything that feels great about Overdrive. I'm getting nostalgia vibes of Zane in there. Everything about the setup is just pure, unadulterated chaos, and I love it. This is our Captain Rafa version 1. It is using a couple of fun items, and honestly, the skill tree isn't really based around going to a capstone or anything like that. It's just based around focusing on efficiencies with Overdrive. Now, before I get into the video, know you can follow me over on YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch at Birdman778. Give a thumbs up on this video. Let me know something you're interested in seeing down below, whether it's for Rafa, Amon, Harlow, or Vex. Subscribe, become a member, and make sure you're checking this out over on maxroll.gg. Me and a lot of other creators have a bunch of setups over there, bunch of great resources, planners, all that fun stuff. So make sure you're checking that out. Now let's jump right on into the setup. First and foremost, the one and only gun you need for this build is the Hot Slugger. I absolutely love this. I hadn't really tried it out until I saw the good homie Jolts dude trying it out during our early access, and I was like, okay, I need to get me a few of these, and I'll try this out later on. And then finally, I've been using it a lot, and whoo-wee! This build is insane. Reads Blazing Barrel on kill plus 30% damage for 10 seconds for a maximum 3 stacks. Now, I will note that this is not just kills from the Hot Slugger. This is kills from, you know, let's say you had a fireworks shield on. Those projectiles will count for that. This is counting for your action skill. Pretty much, this is just an on-kill kill skill ability that you are getting, and it is absolutely worth it. Now, so far, I have not been able to find this with any other parts on it. It seems to pretty much just roll this. Not only I, many others have been trying this out. I've gotten like 2 of these to be world drops, and both of them were just this basic version with just the Jacob's critical and then the legendary part. So I think this is all that spawns on it. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments down below. Our favorite wonderful triple bypass rep kit is what we're using. Again, big reason why we like this is how it synergizes with one of our specializations, but also just because kills give us a 30% chance to replenish a charge on kill is always wonderful. We are using that wonderful crit knife with that damage amp payload. Damage taken by impacted target is increased by 15% for 5 seconds. And then that penetrator augment, damage to the impacted target or automatic crit hits for 5 seconds. I cannot express enough how good this is for especially bossing, for the fact that literally all you have to do is just chuck this, and then your next shot is going to, you know, be that critical hit, which is going to do some massive damage, especially when you have that max 3 stacks of the Hot Slugger's ability. Probably the best class mod for Rafa in general is going to be the Dancer comm that you can get from Idolater's Soul. Overdrive bonuses are increased by 100%, but Overdrive ends when Rafa's action skill ends. Totally fine. We're able to keep this up pretty dang often with, you know, a couple parts of our skill tree, a specific augment, but I really do love this, especially for the fact that it's got that +1 into Saltado, meaning our kill skill that would typically just double our Overdrive skills is going to now, I believe, ×4. Now we're changing up our shield again. We aren't using the fireworks shield. We're using the super soldier. When energy shield fills, grants an overshield. When energy shield is full, grants 25% fire rate, movement speed, and regens 1 ammo. Now that regens 1 ammo is probably one of the biggest things here because of the fact that the Hot Slugger is only a 1 shot before you need to reload. It will continuously fill up the magazine. Now, I will emphasize, you definitely need to like not try to just like spam shoot as much as you can. Give it like a quick like tap, 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 like that kind of pattern, because you'll be able to constantly keep that up, which is also amazing for the fact that we have some skills in our skill tree that really benefit the first shot of a mag. But also I just love this for the fact that it just gives me that, you know, additional movement speed and fire rate as well. And also just the fact it's constantly juicing up with some of the skills we have in our skill tree. And we also got a hat trick, which is a Jacob's legendary enhancement. It has 2 perks on it. Bounce pass, guns with Jacob's licensed parts increase the number of possible ricochets by 1. And then sequencer, guns with Jacob's licensed parts grant consecutive critical hits a stacking plus 5% bonus damage to 8 stacks. So essentially you have a chance to have 40% extra bonus damage on this, and I just got lucky and, you know, got shotgun splash damage on it. That's not bad. The SMG obviously isn't helping us out too much right now. To be real, if I could, I probably would change out one of the perks up top for the additional crit hit chance. I'm not sure if it even spawns on it, but again, I literally just got this out of a golden chest. Again, make sure you're checking out like Randy Pitchford's Twitter account because he's always posting those codes for that. And this is where I got mine. They can also just drop randomly in the world. We have not been able to find a dedicated source for these yet. Now with our skill tree, we've got a little bit in each tree. Let's start off with red tree where we're doing the base of our build itself. Acidier, we're doing 5 points in that for additional 25% gun damage. Typically we go into def hands with like any other build, but we're not really focused on fire rate since it's only a one-shot weapon and that's all we're doing. And we don't really care about what our Peacebreaker cannons are doing exactly. A shield barrist, Rafa gains increased shield recharge rate, improved recharge delay while overdrive is active. It's a 40-40 with max stacks, and do know again that's going to double/quadruple with all the other points we have in Saltado. So again, you are able to keep that shield up pretty much all the time, which again is going to benefit the super soldier, giving you that constant regen of ammo in your mag. We're also going to go Yurga just so we're able to keep up our action skill a bit longer so that we keep that overdrive going more often. If I haven't made it known yet, overdrive, whenever Rafa activates an action skill, he enters overdrive, and while action skill is active, the duration does not decrease. And then while it's active, we gain increased movement speed and damage dealt with all sources. Again, that's going to be a additional 40%, additional 100% movement speed, I believe, with the 2 points in Soltado. If I'm wrong, again, let me know in the comments down below, but again, the gameplay really speaks for itself. And then we're going to put some like minimal points down here into the rightmost tree. Barrage overdrive skill, we gain additional splash damage while overdrive is active, 35%. Typically, I would say go into Everdrive for the increased duration, but since Dancer takes away our overdrive when our action skill ends, there's really no point. And then probably one of the most important skills, Temerario overdrive skill, Rafa gains increased gun damage, but also decreased handling for each stack. And then those stacks constantly activate when overdrive is active, we lose them when it goes away. With the extra points I have from my Dancer comm, it's a plus 8% gun damage, so 80%, which is times 4, which again, that's a lot of gun damage. And then we keep talking about Soltado, kill skill, double all overdrive bonuses, that would be a times 2, but with the additional point, we believe it's a times 4. Now talking real quick about our augment and our capstone. Instinto, Rafa's Peacebreaker cannons gain increased critical hit chance. We really don't care about this. Pretty much most of this we don't really care about. You don't really want to even activate that F ability there. Pretty much all you want to do is worry about that kill skill that's listed on the 3rd spot. Kill skill, killing an enemy causes Rafa to restore his duration while also causing the duration to drain faster. Essentially just ensuring that we're going to be able to keep up our action skill longer for more overdrive. And then our capstone, we're just grabbing, volatile hollow points purely for the fact that it's just there. It's not really doing anything for us. I mean, it's helping out with some extra damage for sure, getting that extra splash damage, especially from Barrage, but it's just really not anything we're too worried about because, again, the Hot Slugger does most of our damage. We're going to look over at Blue Tree, and we're going to put some 5 points into Rinse for increased reload speed. Then we're going to Preparado. Whenever Rafa reloads his current gun, he gains increased action skill cooldown rate, and that affects stacks. That's going to be obviously pretty dang nice for, if our action skill goes down, we don't have rep kit uses, anything like that. We can just constantly fire that Hot Slugger and get some action skill back. And then First Impression, which might be one of the most important skills in the entire, our entire build. The first shot from a fully loaded magazine gains increased damage plus 50% gun damage. Ooh-wee. That is really nice because every single shot of the Hot Slugger is the first shot of the mag. It's the only shot of the mag, so we're always keeping that up, and you'll be able to see that in our little buff bar at the bottom. Even when we have Super Soldier active, whenever that other bullet reloads, you're going to see this pop right back up, meaning again you have more of those shots. And then down in the middle, El Soldado, overdrive skill, Rafa gains increased gun damage while overdrive is active, and that's a plus 30%. Really do enjoy that for just increased damage. Quick little thing, you possibly could take off Preparado and put on Las Yaras for that regenerating ammo while overdrive is active. It would work out pretty well with the Super Soldier as well, ensuring that you have every single shot there, but it's really not that important. I would rather have a little bit of, maybe action skill cooldown, but that's completely up to you. And then with our last 3 points, we are going into Expedite for an additional 15% movement speed while overdrive is active. That works really well with one of our specializations. And also I like just running around like a madman like Zane would in Borderlands 3. Let's look at our specializations. Again, if you've watched all my videos, I have not been able to reset this tree, so we're kind of just going on this side, but I do think Sharpshooter, Runner, and Daredevil is the 3 best, personally. Some skills that we're going to take from this is going to be Bullet Train. The Vault Hunter can now hit fire while sprinting and gain gun damage the faster they move. Obviously, with Expedite being, juiced up by not only our Dancer comm, but also by Soldado, we are getting a lot of movement speed, meaning additional gun damage. One shot, one kill. Kill skill excess damage will be stored and added to your next gunshot. Obviously massive for this build because we're going to be doing a lot of damage already. Getting that restored in the next shot is just going to constantly keep itself going. Now with Caffeine, reduces action skill whenever rep kit is activated. Obviously great with triple bypass for getting that action skill back super fast. And then I am a gun action skill damage now benefits from increases in gun damage, just giving us a little bit more there. When we're looking at our firmware, I'm doing 3 points into Deadeye again, gun accuracy plus 30%, gun critical damage is increased by 25, and every critical hit grants 15% critical damage per stack up to 5 for 10 seconds. We love that. I have Gadget Ahoy mainly because I haven't been able to find an enhancement with Trick Shot on it. We mainly want to go to 2 points in a Trick Shot if we can for that gun reload speed plus 5% and then that gun critical damage increased by 10%. So there you have it. That is Captain Rafa. I love this build. It's so much fun. It gives me like kind of some vibes of like, Jolt Stew doing like Deputy Flak back in the day, Deputy Sal, whatever. But instead we're going more the TDR soldier captain vibes instead, which I just really love. But in general, this is probably going to be the build I'm using for pretty much any scenario right now. It's great for bossing. It's great. But it's just unbeatable for mobbing. I will say, just like throw this in there for bossing scenarios. Obviously, most bosses have enemies that spawn in the arena with them as well. Take advantage of those. Make sure you're getting your kill skills off with Soldado, so you're getting that times additional whatever bonuses to your overdrive. That's really important. Also, especially for the fact that once you get that, you're going to be seeing some huge oof numbers on enemies. So again, take advantage of that as much as you can. But in general, this is just a phenomenal setup. I think everyone should be trying it out. If you like the build, make sure you're giving a thumbs up on the video. Let me know something you're interested in seeing down below, whether it's for Vex, Amon, Harlow, or Rafa. Subscribe, become a member, and follow me over on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch at Birdman778. And make sure you're checking out this guide over on maxroll.gg this upcoming week. Really appreciate all the love and support on all the videos recently. If you haven't subscribed, definitely do that. We're seeing a huge surge in everything right now. So again, would really love all the support from there. But until next time, guys, thank you so much. And I hope you have a great night, day, or whatever it may be.